Here we are, back in Ephesians 1 through 2. Last time we had talked about the unity that is Paul's driving point in this first introduction part of those who are faithful in their King and their Messiah, Jesus. Now we're going to look at a little bit more about the diversity, because the people whom Paul is writing this letter is a diverse group, and we can see that in this very introduction. How do we see that? Well, first, Paul writes to us as Paul. That may not seem significant to us, but if you read the book of Acts, you'll see that Saul and Paul are the same person, two names used for the same person, and one of them is that man's Jewish name, and one of them is his Roman name. And Saul is his Jewish name throughout the book of Acts when he is around Israelites, even after his conversion. When he is around Jewish people, he is called Saul. And then when he is on his missionary journeys out in the Roman culture, he is called Paul. So he's writing to probably a Roman Gentile audience. Yet, as we saw last time, he uses the words Christ, Jesus 3 times, the Messiah, probably in reference to those Hellenistic Jews who are in Ephesus, that there is a Messiah. There is this Messiah, Jesus Christ means Messiah, who you're looking forward to, and I represent him. Paul is sent by this Messiah. And yet he's not only sent by the Messiah, but as we also looked at last week, he is sent by the will of God. He is sent by the will of God, which would have been important for the Gentile audience who saw the will of the gods as something that was very important for them to pay attention to. And so Paul's audience, just in this verse section, we can tell, probably Roman and a mix of Hellenistic Jews and Gentiles. We can also see that here in this introduction, grace and peace. What does that mean? So some would take that as somewhat theological, but really it's when you go to Hawaii and they say aloha, hello. They are introducing themselves. They're saying hello in typical Hawaiian fashion, aloha, but also recognizing that you speak English and say hello. Grace is the Greek typical greeting of that time. So when you say hello to somebody, you say karein, grace to you. It's hello. And peace was typical Jewish way of saying hello. Shalom, peace to you. And so right here in this introduction, we see that Paul is hitting two different groups of people, all again tied into this one group called the faithful saints, the faithful holy ones who are in King Jesus. And I think that is an important lesson for us when we interact with God's people, is we emphasize the unity, but we also recognize and we appreciate the diversity.